Hi guys, and welcome to A House in Hellworld. This is supposed to be a short little horror game, visual novel, just released on itch.io. So let's get into it. 7 days. Oh no. No, I wasn't gonna die in 7 days. Dying in 7 days would be easy. 7 days is how long I had left to scourge up enough cash to avoid being evicted. I have nowhere to go. If I don't get the cash in 7 days, I was gonna be thrown out into the streets. Honestly, I wish some ghost had called me to let me know she was gonna come out of my TV and kill me instead. I'd rather die with her than my landlord. That's what, Grudge lore? Or the Ring lore, I think? And on the subject of ghosts, that happens to be at the heart of my one hope. There's been rumors that there's this house that's hiding some kind of treasure, but it's guarded by some kind of ghost. Now, normally, I wouldn't pay attention to crap like that, but unlike other urban legends, this one gets real specific. Like, as in got an actual address specific, and the people who supposedly checked it out and vanished really are missing persons. So after work tonight, I'm gonna see if I can find anything. I didn't sleep too well last night. All I can think about was how I'd survive without any place to call home. Damn. Nothing out of the ordinary happens on my shift, but when it's time for my break, I realize I forgot to make lunch. Let's just buy lunch. Screw it. Even though the price of lunch is just a drop in the bucket compared to making rent, knowing if I had to spend more money I don't have just soars my meal. Sure. Workday's done. It's time to visit the house. There was a factory that made sweets, cookies, and crackers on Ashland Street, but it's been closed for ages. You'd think any place would be used to stash some loot. It'd be there, but my destination is a few blocks north. I hike past empty lots filled with dead trees along a road in serious need of repair until I reach a suburban neighborhood. I double-check my directions. I thought haunted houses were supposed to be in nearly deserted areas, but the other homes here are nicely maintained and landscaped. As far as I know, it's the right place, but this doesn't look like the kind of location for a ghost. I was expecting urban exploration, not a break and enter. The house in question doesn't even look abandoned. There's no graffiti, no broken windows, no for sale sign. And while the lawn won't win any awards, it's not terrible. God, what am I doing? The only thing that's halfway unusual are the old thick curtains preventing anyone from looking in or out on every window. Yeah, it's dark. Well, almost every window. There's one on the second floor that's open somewhat, and I'm looking up. I see a pale face staring dead back at me. Before I can change my mind about the whole thing, I blink and it's gone. Wow. I could have easily just have been my imagination. If I weren't so broke and desperate, I'd turn around and go home, but I've already spent the bus fare to get here. Might as well at least knock and see if anyone does live there. As I climb up the steps to the porch, the front door quietly opens, revealing an entryway shrouded in darkness. Hello? There's no response. I try again, a little louder, but again, nothing. I absolutely should walk away, but I really can't afford to, and against all better judgment, I step inside. As I step through the doorway, I can't help but think about horror movies where the stupid protagonist wanders in some place they clearly shouldn't. And then they have the nerve to look surprised when the door slams shut and traps them. I jump as the door slams shut. Because I am an idiot. The interior of the house is a lot rougher looking than it was on the outside. In the dim light, I can still see the inky spectral spread of black molds and patchy stains. The air has a strange, damp heaviness to it, something more than the earthy smell of rot and the stench of decay. The shades, the block, the view of the neighborhood are very different on the inside. There's some kind of tarry substance holding them in place. Everything is silent. I can see a stairwell going up, but the stairs also twist around down towards a basement. I can also continue deeper on this floor. I can see a doorway, but it's too dark to see anything beyond it. Oh snap. Check door, check shade, go up the stairs, go into the kitchen, go down the stairs. That's a lot of options. And I believe there's multiple endings to this. I'm assuming this is where that lies. So we're gonna go with the first option and check the door. I grab the handle, twist and pull with all my might, but it doesn't give in the slightest. The thought of being trapped here makes my stomach drop, but maybe I can find a tool or something to bash my way out later. Oh, so that doesn't work. Check the shade. Whatever the black stuff is, it twitches and pulses slightly when I get a closer look. What? Go up the stairs. I go up the stairs. Okay. Check the closet. The closet is empty except for an old shoebox. I pop the lid open and find a small stash of coins. Some look foreign. A few look like they could be silver, but all of them look old and potentially valuable. I don't know which coins are worth what, so I just scoop them up into the inside of my jacket pocket, as the box itself looks like it could fall apart at any time. My collection is heavy and noisy. Okay, so we made money? I close the closet door and I'm about to look around for anything else when it pops open again with a click. An unnatural darkness seeps out from inside. This has got to be some kind of trick or something. This is not something that happens in a nice neighborhood without someone calling the cops. The door was unlocked. Surely someone would have found this before me if it were real. Then again, this is the kind of thing you'd see on the news for sure, even if it was fake. I check my phone, no service. Then, where, a warringly large claw grips the side of the door. Nope. Nope. I turn and charge towards the stairs, hopping over the railing and out the door, which is thankfully open. I run down the street towards the bus stop. I don't think the creature followed me, but I don't pause until I think I'm safe under the streetlights. I don't really feel the pain in my ankles until the adrenaline starts to wear off and I realize that landing was a bit rough than I thought. When I return, I inspect my find. I don't know. Some of the coins look like they could really be valuable, but there's stuff like Canadian loonies and toonies mixed in, as well as some from places I don't even recognize. What the heck does that mean? I don't have enough time to seek out a buyer. I'll have to pawn these, but I can already tell it's not going to be enough for rent. Without any way to authenticate them, the shops won't give me anywhere close to market value. I'm out of options. I gotta go back tomorrow? What? I barely sleep. I spent the night alternating between trying to come up with a logical explanation for what happened last night and worrying about what I'll have to face again. The thing is, there's no logical explanation, is there? It was real. Why hasn't anyone reported it, other than stuff I hear online, I mean? You'd think that the neighbors might have said something by now, at the very least reported random people going into the house and in some instances never coming out. I don't have time to think too much about it right now. I gotta get to work. There's gotta be some other way to raise the cash, right? Except, no. Not in the time I've got left. The only way I can think of to make fast cash would be to rob someone or break into something that I won't I won't do that. I'm poor, but I have my principles, and I'm not going to ruin someone else to survive. That's good. Well, I was on the bus to work. Some idiot in a pickup cut in front and discovered that a bus can't stop on a dime and also wins in most collisions. Damn. I called my manager and let him know I'm going to be a bit late, but despite sending him a picture of the collision, he insists that late is late, and he'll have to write me up. Not exactly sure what kind of magic they expect me to use to somehow speed up the situation, and when I arrive, I have to listen to him whine about having to do the crap I have to do at the start of every shift. Well, yeah, dude, that's what... Dude, like, managers need to chill. Like, I get it, bro. Like, things happen, though. You gotta help your employees. Considering how often I hear him listening to various broadcasts in their cozy little office, I expect he's more irritated on having to do actual work, and it's just taken out on me. Exactly. Workday's done. It's time to visit the house. Just like last time, the door opens to greet me. Uh-oh. So last time we did... Well, should we still check the door? Maybe we should still check the door. Shut tight like last time. Let's just hope it'll let me go out like last time too. Okay, check the shade. Okay, same as before. Let's go to the kitchen. Go into the kitchen. The kitchen reeks of fillet? I don't know what that means. Water and decay. Maybe old water? Sitting out water? Black mold is everywhere, and the brittle tile cracks underfoot. Check the freezer. The freezer seal still seems to be intact. Oh my god. The freezer is still working? There's a frozen severed head inside? This cannot be real, but I'm not going to touch it to check. Next to the head is a small bag. It takes a sharp tug to pull out. It's frozen to the floor of the freezer, but I'm rewarded with a jiggling sound. I take a peek inside and see a glint of silver in the light. Silver dollars? Not a huge treasure, but if they're genuine, it could be worth something. My thoughts are interrupted by a crunching sound. I step towards as the head shudders, yanking itself free from its icy tomb and floats towards me. I stare in fascination at the horror. This is impossible. My heart starts to pound in my chest. We scream in unison, the head in rage, myself in terror. The head doesn't have to try to control, it bowls through. What? I beat a hasty retreat to the entryway and find the open door. As I take off down the street, I glance behind me, nothing is following me. Not taking any chances, I keep running until I reach the safety of the bus stop. I don't check the bag until I'm safely at home. There are silver dollars at... Alright, I don't know how much they're worth, but I'm sure it's not enough to cover rent. Seriously? Damn. I don't know what time I finally drift off, but it was late, and getting up in time for work felt like coming back from the dead. Speaking of, I have no reasonable explanation for the house other than it's haunted. Every spectral fiber my being has given up. Something well outside my understanding of reality dwells within that house. And I'm gonna have to face it again tonight. Took a look in the mirror and instantly regretted it. I feel like hell. Can't go on like this. Won't go on like this. My choices are die in the house or die in the streets. Damn. Today is painstakingly slow. There are no customers. There's nothing to do. Should we daydream or should we clean the store? We don't want to be in trouble because we're written up, so we should clean the store. The store is already clean, but I've got nothing else to do. I resort the shelves and dust areas that I usually skip. At the end of my shift, I'm curious of my manager's going to say anything, but he never leaves the office, and it's pretty clear nothing I do matters. Damn. Workday's done. It's time to visit the house. Doesn't that suck, though? Like jobs are just like, no appreciation, man. So we went upstairs, went to the kitchen. Let's go downstairs. Let's go down the stairs. It's even darker in the basement. My light makes a poor job of giving me any kind of vision. The air is cold and foreboding, and the smell of decay gets stronger as I reach the bottom. Each step sticks to the floor. Yikes. Also, there's the smell of black liquor, right? Or licorice, which seems oddly out of place. Is that what this is? Cool, clammy air washes over me as I descend the stairs. There was a precious little light before, but now I'm completely on my phone, reliant on my phone. The rough concrete floor crunches underfoot as I step on tiny fragments of stone. There's nothing here, save for me some stained box in the corner. Check the box. What are we gonna? We can't just go up the stairs. What, you're gonna return up the stairs? You're gonna check the box. What's this? It stinks of mold, fetid water, and wet cardboard. In the corner is a small bag. It jingles when I touch it, so I pick it up and fiddle with the twine, keeping it closed. The light bounces off silver coins I see inside. They're bigger than quarters and have a nice heaviness to them, so I'm guessing they're silver dollars. Not really a treasure. The bag's too small to hold that many coins, so I doubt it'll cover rent. Still, I can't complain. It's more money than I had before. I pocket the bag. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. A pair of stark white eyes peer at me from within the stain. It'd be comical if it weren't for the fact that it wouldn't be physically possible. Uh-oh. Darkness seeps to seep from the box. Uh-oh. The shadow seems to be eating the light as it swirls and spreads. Oh. I'm so tired. You know what? I'm not that tired! As soon as I'm clear of the house, I ran full tilt back to the bus stop. Safe under a streetlight, I check to see if there's any signs of being followed. Doesn't seem like it. I tap the small bag of silver dollars in my pocket. It won't be enough to make rent, and it won't go too far from Forest to the streets. I'll have to go back tomorrow. I posted some of my experiences online, and the resulting flame war got me banned from the community. Damn. Half of the people were decrying me as a liar? What? Contributing to misinformation? What? And superstition? While the other half wanted to know more and shared similar experiences. I did learn a bit from the resulting mess. There's a conspiracy that government is trying to suppress discussion of the supernatural, and that's why nobody's talking about it. The irony is that even if the government's not suppressing, the moderators are, so either way, there's a gain of truth there. Some people have messaged me urging me not to go back and that the threat is real and whatever presence in the house is trying to warn me away, but pretty soon it will get serious and I could disappear. Well, if I don't get more cash, my online presence is going to disappear anyway. I've decided I want out of this life. Find the treasure or die trying, but either way, I want this to be over and I don't care how anymore. Damn. The manager's listening to the news loudly in his office, and it's a slow day, but not dead. When it's dead, he gets so bored, he tends to watch me through the security camera instead, then comes out to make busy work for me because, heaven forbid, I just stand around because there's nothing to do. Yeah. I could listen in if I wanted to. Listen to the latest story? Listen to the story about... Let's do paranormal investigation. Maybe get some intel. I guess I'm not the only one investing supernatural rumors. Most of what I'm hearing are conspiracy theories about how it's actually drugs or woke culture or the government, although none of their explanations, sorry, makes much sense. The reports of mutilated mutilated corpses, names I recognize that have gone missing, and descriptions of what people have claimed to encounter, on the other hand, are hitting a little too close to home for me. Sorry, I'm tired. Workday's done. It's time to visit the house. Here we go. Damn, we're gonna check the door. Okay, it's locked. Shade. Okay. Do we go back in the kitchen? Because there was more options in the kitchen. Reeks, black mold. Alright, we're gonna check the sink this time. The sink is full with that blackish or brackish black caca. It smells absolutely horrible. Like if you took a bunch of dead rats, stuck them in a blender with water, and then let it fester for a week? Excuse me? Looped around the faucet is the drawstring to a small bag. I pull it out, although the smell almost makes me gag. Curious, I take a look inside and see something golden flicker in the light of my phone. I'm glad I brought gloves so I don't have to touch the stuff. I give the bag a little shake and a couple of coins fall into my palm on my other hand. Is that gold? Like real gold? Never handled real gold before, but the coins are really heavy for their size and even stained with something. I can see some indicated designs. I clean some off with a gloved finger. It's certainly shiny. I try to bend it. It gives, so I stop. Dense, heavy, shiny. I'm no expert, but I really do think it's gold. 2 gold coins, soft enough to bend. No idea how many carats, but it's valuable, and my heart begins to pound with excitement. The treasure's real. Oh my god, it's real. Gotta be more around. I could make rent. I can make rent and maybe even put a dent in my debt. Wow. My thoughts are interrupted by a splash. Uh-oh. A long black hand stretches out from the sink. With a wet slap, the hand slaps itself onto the filthy counter, and with a sickening set of pops, an arm follows long and twisted. No, not now. I'm so close to the treasure. Maybe I can hide from it before it sees me. As I consider this, the rest of the creature bursts from the sink, spraying blood from the source. Then it begins to wail. Nope. Goodbye. Treasure dead. I run as fast as my legs can go and burst from the house. Oh. I don't hear anything chasing me, but that doesn't stop me from running all the way back to the bus stop. 2 gold coins. I have no idea how much they're worth, but a check online says maybe anywhere from $800 to $1,000, which is great, except I can't exactly wait around for a buyer. I'll have to pawn them, so maybe the best I can expect is $500. It might be enough to get me an extension on the eviction, but I'll still have nothing for next month. I'll have to brave the house again tomorrow? No! 2 days left. If I cash in what I'll collect, maybe I can get an extension. Thing is, just getting an extension is just delaying the inevitable. Unless I find the bulk of the loot, and soon, I'll probably going to get myself killed just searching the house. It'd be nice to go during the day, but I can't afford the time off, and it's not like my manager's gonna say, oh sure, you need the time off to explore a haunted house. I've decided I want out of this life. Find the treasure or die trying, but either way, I want this to be over. I don't care how anymore. A middle-aged woman enters the store. She scans the shelves with the same kind of scrutiny some ancient high priest would use to pick a victim for sacrifice, and I know it's going to be one of those days. Finally, she clears a shelf of its toilet paper and comes to me to cash out. Store policy, on the other hand, forbids selling any more than 2 packages of toilet paper per customer? Bro, what is this, like COVID times? People have been panic buying thanks to a certain news outlet which has been declaring that the end times are near. It is a COVID situation. Now, considering I'm going to be trying to plunder a haunted house tonight based on the rumor of treasure, I really shouldn't judge too harshly. Maybe we are approaching at times and the dead has been rising from their graves and the moon will turn to blood and dogs and cats will live together amongst mass hysteria. I don't care. They're not the ones working retail while facing eviction, and besides, all the toilet paper in the world's not gonna protect you from a ghost. I can tell she knows about the store policy by the intense stare she's giving me, just waiting for me to say something. Just explain store policy so you don't get in trouble. I calmly and politely explained to the woman that it's against store policy to sell more than 2 packages of toilet paper to any one person. As you might expect, this is like lighting the fuse on a firecracker and then sitting around watching, hoping it won't blow in your face before it does just that. Of course, after I suffer through her privileged white tirade, she screams for the manager, who has proceeded to do his impression of sea cucumber by expending his guts. And by guts, I mean he throws me under the bus so he can retreat safely back to his office. Damn. Then writes me up. I follow the rules and you write me up? What if I didn't follow the rules? Then you would write me up. Dude. Oh, and by the way, did you know sea cucumbers are toxic and that's why most other creatures don't eat them? Yeah, add that to the metaphor. Damn. Work's done. Let's go to the house. Alright, we're gonna check the door every time. Shut. Okay. Shade. Smells. But no tasty. Okay. So, let's go back to the kitchen. Okay. Yep. We didn't check the fridge. Let's do that. The door of the fridge sticks and I have to give it a sharp tug to open it. Oh my god. The corpse is twisted and broken. There's a smell of death, but it's still not very strong, which means she's not been dead too long. No, this can't be real. Someone would have definitely found it in an unlocked house by now. Next to her is a small bag. I poke it with my foot and hear it jingle. It seems like it's full of coins, judging by how it feels against the toe of my shoe and the sound it makes, bro. I I pull at the string, keeping it closed, and see a glitter of silver reflected by the light of my phone. As I investigate further, I give the corpse an all-apologetic look. I'm sorry, but you're dead and I'm broke. There's a variety of coins in there, some silver, some foreign, but all shining in the dark. This is wrong, but what else can I do? I need it for rent. I take the bag, tucking it in my jacket. What? There's a dull pop, cracking sound as the head begins to shudder and towards Chippy, its neck stretching. As I stand there in shock, its jaw begins to open, revealing jagged teeth and pinpricks of white grow in these empty black eyes. Okay. Begins to scream, and as it does, so a red haze billows from its eyes, while blood begins to seep along the back of its tomb. The corpse shambles to its feet as I step back. It shudders at me a moment before lunging, grabbing me by my shoulders. I wait to see what it does next. Nothing else has killed me yet. Dude, you are killing me here. You're not killing me? Do you want me to kill you? Depends if I can make rent this week. If I can't, you might as well go ahead. Dude, I'm not gonna kill you. If I wanted to kill you, I would have done it on the first night. Oh. Why do you sound disappointed? I'm not, it's just that I gotta find enough cash to make rent or I'm out on the streets. Okay, I was a little worried about what I saw before, but now I know we gotta talk. One sec. Gotta take us to the physical kitchen. The what? Wow. And now we're here, and that's been my week. If I can't scrape together the cash, I'm gonna be homeless. My job doesn't pay me a living wage, and I've not been able to get anything better. Damn. Also, it's slowly killing your mind and soul. I've been watching. You've been spying on me? You've repeatedly come into my house and took stuff. Sorry. You've been going as long as I can, but everything's catching up to me. I need to find whatever treasure, if there is any, is hidden away here. Yeri. Right? Yeri? That's the ghost. Gazes at me thoughtfully with all three eyes. You invited me to the kitchen, a normal kitchen, for ice cream while we chat. All this just to make rent? Yeah. For like a month before you'd have to do this all over again? Yeah. She regards me sadly, her brow furrowing and closing all but her third eye. Did you want to live with me instead? I gape at her, sorry. That was so wrong. I gape at her. I'm sorry, what? Move in with me! Stop dealing with your landlord. Stop worrying about rent. Move in with a ghost? You might as well. You've been here every night. Point. She smiles. What? Okay. Damn, so what am I gonna do for food? How did you die? If you don't mind me asking. Quit my job? Why do you call me dude? Why? What am I gonna do for food? Don't you like ice cream? I do, but don't you have any other kinds of food? Well, there's a cake in the fridge, and there's licorice, right? Is that how you spell licorice? Licorice, yeah. And that marzipan? Huh? Do you have any actual food? She stares at me for a few moments. I guess we could just make room for food. Is milk food? To start, I could use it on Monster cereal. How are you not diabetic? I'm not alive. I mean, fair. How did you die, if don't mind me asking? I didn't. But you're a ghost. A fairy spirit? But you're not alive. Right. If you're not alive, but you're not dead, what are you? A spirit. You could say I'm unborn if you want to get technical. I decided that's a conversation for another time. Why do you call me dude? I think mortal is kind of cliche. Even if they're a woman. If you're mortal, you're a dude. At least to me. Other faris, am I saying that right? Use other terms. Quit my job? Why do you want me to quit my job? Besides the fact it's slowly killing you? Sure. It eats into your time and stresses you out dealing with jerks when you could be doing stuff. Like... Don't you have any dreams you could be chasing? No, they're dead. Don't talk like that. Are my dreams important? Dreams are crazy important to us. What am I gonna do for money in the meantime? Money's not important. It kinda is to us humans. It totally isn't. Money only has value because humanity gives it value. Literally, nobody and nothing else cares. Okay, but how am I gonna pay for food? Look, you need money? Let me know. Got the stuff just lying around. Don't do me much good. Except for buying ice cream, of course. I kind of want to ask her more about that, but I have a feeling that's a conversation for another time. Why? What do you want me to move in? What would you get out of it? Maybe I like you. If that was the case, you would have just asked me earlier. She smirks. Fine. So despite all my power, guess that's the one thing I can't do. Oh, scare me anymore? Drive a car? Deal with banks? Scare me anymore. Smart alert. I can't own property. I'm not mortal, which means I don't have paperwork. I used to haunt this abandoned place on Springbank Drive, but it was torn down. Scaring people away doesn't work if they just bulldoze the place, and it's not like I can buy it off them. Impersonating a human only goes so far, and it falls apart as soon as people want crazy stuff like credit history. Some unseelie fae have tried just killing people, but that just gets the place firebombed instead. You have any idea how hard it is to get property for haunting purposes? No, but then how did you get this place? Haunted real estate agency? What? Haunted real estate agency. Everything's in their name with paperwork, nice and human legal. There's haunted real estate agencies? Do you pay them money? Sometimes, but they rarely ask for it. It's more favors and obligations. If I have a human of my own though, you could own the deed instead and I wouldn't need the agency anymore. With a legitimate living person to officially own the place, nobody will bulldoze my house out from under me again. Would the agency be okay with you getting out of your contract like that? Oh yeah, it's encouraged. Something to do with improving human relations. So why me? I can't scare you anymore. It would be that you're really special, but as far as I can tell, you're in such a dark place that I think you'll die if you don't. If you were just greedy, you'll still be scared of me. What? If you were just thrill-seeking, you'd still be scared of me. You're ready to just give up and die. I've never experienced life and you were just gonna throw it away. No spirit would just leave you like that, not even the unseelie, and they sure as heck will kill people, but only if they still want to live. You only kill people who don't want to die? Only kill people they've got beef with, like their bad reputation, but they're not heartless, dude. Going out screaming is mercifully compared to death by sorrow. The kind of hurt I see in you now is the kind of thing that would have utterly destroyed us, but because you're mortal, your body is keeping you going even though you don't want to. I am not just gonna stand by and let you get worse. I won't force you to stay, but I am offering and asking to accept for your own sake. Give her an answer. So I had to make a decision. I could live in a dark, cold Hellworld, or I could move in with a ghost. Not really much of a choice. Alright, I guess I get used to the ink and creepiness and... What? No, you'd be living in the physical space of the house. I'm not using it much. The spooky version is something I created to scare the crap out of people. You were spirited away the moment you came through the front door. I mean, really, we're just gonna stare... Wait. We're gonna share the kitchen. I need some place for my ice cream. The physical space? Yuri shows me around the house. The real house is mostly empty and perfectly ordinary. Plenty of room for me. She really was just using the kitchen. I noticed a laptop during the tour. Is that yours? Oh yeah, I've set you up with a Wi-Fi password once you're settled. You have internet? Just because I'm a ghost, you think I don't need internet? Everyone does. How else am I gonna start up rumors that this place had treasure? And that is how I came to live in a house in Hellworld. Wow. I like that. Nice. Alright, so that was a house in Hellworld. Yeah, I really liked that ending. That was I was not expecting that at all. This was really, really good. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed and have a great day. Bye!